we're talking your health here during the holidays, and not in a way that we're talking about it, you denying yourself a bunch of things. Cris Dobrosielski is here from Monumental Results, your personal trainer up in the Mission Hills area.
Yes.
You've got some great assistance here today. We're talking exercise, we're talking food, we're talking about mental health too. Let's talk about the food first. And like I said, we weren't quite ready, so here, you get the end of this table, I'll get the other end.
All right.
And let's just take this right out here on live TV, if we can do this without tripping over everything.
I think we can.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Here we go. Okay, what are we talking about here?
We're talking about proportions. It's not about getting it perfect. It's about getting it better than you used to get it.
Okay. Well, you know, both these plates look fantastic to me. There's a little more on that plate than this plate, right?
You notice two things. The size of the plate. Bigger plate?
Ah, of course.
Smaller plate.
Okay, well, so what you've really done now I see this, okay, there's an illusion going on here. Because I can tell there's more food here, but it doesn't look like a lot more food because this plate is smaller. But as I count up just the number of items on here and the size of the items, it really is different. That's maybe close to half the size of this.
And some hidden fats, too. You'll see the extra gravy on here. There's butter in this dish that, again, we can't see here on TV.
Right.
But it's those little things that add up in the course of the 6 weeks over the holidays.
So, you know, you don't have to, folks, deny yourself altogether, but what Cris is saying is just ease it back, dial it back just a little bit, and do that in incremental steps. What have we got over here?
Just some olive oil. We've sauteed a lot of these veggies in fresh virgin olive oil, California olive oil.
And I see a whole wheat, looks like a roll here, as opposed to the croissant that's probably loaded with a half a stick of butter.
15 grams of fat, 20 grams of fat difference, yeah.
15 grams of fat in just that?
Probably more.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that makes a difference. So are we done with the table?
Yes, we are.
Okay, well, let's move it back out again. There we go. We'll just do our own stage managing here. Okay. We want to talk about mental health, too, and I know we've got these folks ready to exercise back here, but the mental health aspect of this...
You guys start.
Yeah, you guys can go ahead and, please, you go right and work out. Cris and I will join you later. Wink, wink.
They're eager.
Yeah. So that we're talking mental health here as well. Well, what do we need to do to just kind of stay above the line?
Well, I have a few specific suggestions. Number one, start each day with something that you're happy about. Focusing on something that's positive is really going to start the day terrifically. And similarly, end each day with one specific thing that you're grateful for.
Okay, so that goes year-round.
That's
year-round. But especially during the holidays, it's a good time to tune it up and then carry the habit on. Now, you talk about stretching it out.
Well, so another form of sort of the mental health is the opening component. Over the holidays, a lot of folks tend to get worried and focused on things that really aren't of the most importance. So some of the dynamic stretches that these guys doing are things that you can do every morning, very simple movements that are going to open up the hips, open up the chest, open up the shoulders. Thank you. So again, it's a whole body, whole spirit opening.
Okay, and then talk to me about some other exercises that we should be doing.
Sure. Well,
and again, we're not talking, folks, about having to knock yourself out. I mean, what we're really discovering is if you do these things consistently and you add them to your life, you don't really have to go out and exercise 2 hours a day, do you?
That's a very good point. What I recommend for people, if you have a routine, try to stick with it. If you need to abbreviate the 20-minute rule. That's a terrific way to go. But lastly, for many of us, just move as much as you can. Walking, I think, is the best thing. So walking to the supermarket, parking further away. Walking to the office. Walking after a meal. Walking before a meal. Keep yourself moving. You know,
you can add those things up, and if you do that a couple times a day, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, parking in the back of the parking lot, that all adds up, and it counts, right? It's not cheating to do it in little steps. It adds up.
It absolutely adds up. And research shows that's more indicative of health and good weight maintenance than a lot of the actual activities that people do.
All right, beautiful. All right, what else do you want to share with us here before we wrap it up?
I think on the mental health piece, it's really important to keep in mind that, A, to start and focus on the positive, and secondly, I think it's most important that you be of service over the holidays. We get obsessed a lot of times with our own stuff. So I think the best way to be of service to friends, family, is to connect, look people in the eye, ask them how they're doing, and listen to the answer.
Cris Dobrosielski, certified trainer, Monumental Results up in Mission Hills. Well, if you have any questions, get up there and see them and take advantage.
And if I may, I'd just like to thank the people at Whole Foods and Hillcrest that donated the great food.
Whole Foods, both plates, both fabulous. Cut back your portions, though, and you'll be in great shape. Beautiful. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you to everybody for coming in this morning. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Thank you.
All right.